Joanne from Inspiring Yarns, and I'm going to attempt to show those who are left-handed how crudely how to do start trebles. So in order to do a row of 10 trebles, you need to have 12 chain to start with, because the first 3 chain count as your first treble. So I've done 12 chain here. Okay, so I'm just going to hold the yarn, hook in my left hand, hold my work in my right hand between my finger and thumb, just grab the yarn there between my little finger and the bottom and poke my middle finger out. So what we're going to do is yarn round for a treble. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go into that 4th chain down at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to grab the yarn, bring it through, grab the yarn, through 2, grab the yarn and through 2. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background. So yarn over, in through the next one, stabbing down the ways so that you're getting between the bottom 2 strands of the chain, grabbing the yarn, bringing it out through the chain. Whoops, and that didn't work because I didn't put it down towards the ground. So in through the stitch, grab the yarn and out through the stitch, grab the yarn through 2, grab the yarn through 2. So yarn over again, in through the next stitch, again if I aim it down the ways, grab the yarn, bring it out through the stitch, grab the yarn, bring it through 2, grab the yarn and bring it through 2, yarn over, in through the next one, grab the yarn, bring it out, yarn over, through 2, yarn over and through 2. As you can see, I'm quite clumsy at this. And the first row is always a bit difficult because you haven't got much to kind of hold on to. So, and it doesn't matter how long you've been crocheting for, crocheters will always tell you that the first row is just a bit rubbish and you just have to get it done. Okay, so out through the stitch, grab the yarn through 2, grab the yarn and through 2. Now I can see that I've missed a stitch there, and if you want to rip back, just put the hook in through the previous one and then just rip back. Okay, so I went in there instead of in there. So again, hold my yarn, yarn over, in through the stitch, grabbing the yarn, out through the stitch, grabbing the yarn, through 2 and through 2, grabbing the yarn, in through the stitch, out, round, through 2 and through 2. I've got the yarn on the wrong side again. That's habit, isn't it? You know, because I'm always have my yarn on the left side because I'm right-handed. So yarn over, in through the next stitch, grab the yarn, bring it out through the stitch, grab the yarn, bring it through 2 and through 2. Okay, grab the yarn, in through the next stitch, grab the yarn, out through the stitch, grab the yarn, through 2 and through 2. So I have, including the first 3 chain, which is the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that last wee bit is where kind of your slip knot, and that you don't go into that last wee bit. So now what we want to do is do some turning chain and go back again. So we'll do 3 chain. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to turn it round and go back again. Okay, and because this chain counts as the first stitch, we're not going to go into that first one, we're going to go into that second one. So grabbing the yarn in through that stitch, you should have 2 loops at the top, you see. Grabbing the yarn, bringing it out, grabbing the yarn through 2 and through 2. So it's a wee bit easier on this row because you've got a wee bit more to hold on to. So I'm just going to work my way across now. Don't worry too much about your tension or the way you hold the yarn to start with. It's just about getting the rhythm and how the stitch works. Okay, so let's yarn over. I can't find it easy to talk to myself. In through the stitch, grab the yarn, bring it out through the stitch, grab the yarn, bring it through 2, grab the yarn and bring it through 2. I just want to show you the difference when you get to the end of a row of trebles. About a couple of tips about how to keep straight and make sure you get the last one. Okay, so I'm looking now, and you might think there's only 1 stitch left there in there, but actually we've got to go into that stitch, and then if you remember that your 3 chain was the first stitch, so we've also got to go in there. Okay, so we have 2 more to do. So grabbing the yarn in through that penultimate stitch. Oh, I've only gone through 1 loop, you see that? And that makes it, so again, angling down the way, make sure I get 2 strands from the stitch below, pulling the yarn back through the stitch, yarn over through 2 and through 2, and now we're going to go into the top of the chain. And really it can be a wee bit awkward getting in here, but you just shuggle your way in whatever way. Whoops. Sometimes even if you go this way, and then you can put it through the gap, pulling it back through 2 and through 2, and you can see now we've got that nice and straight. Okay, so if we hadn't gone into that, okay, if we missed it, and this is, I kind of always encourage people to set their crochet down. Okay, so if we hadn't gone into that and we thought we were in the last stitch there, and we did our 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and we turned round to go back again, and we would skip that first one and go into this one. Okay, we would do that first stitch. Okay, so I would encourage you to do your first 2 stitches, you know, your chain, and then set it down, and you can see quite clearly that there's a bump out here, so that means you've missed that very last stitch. Okay, so again, it's quite easy in crochet, better to do it at this stage than get right across and find you're getting shorter and shorter, and you can just rip that out back to there. Okay, and go in, as I said, to the chain then, because you've realized you've missed that 1 stitch. Again, ideally you want to have 2 strands on the top and 1 at the bottom, so sometimes it's easier to go through 1 strand like that and then pop it through the hole, or whatever way you can get in to that chain. Just pull it through 2, through 2, do your 3 chain on 2 3, turn it round, and remembering to skip that first one and go into the second one. Three, 2, and 3, 2. And now if we set it down, you can see that this is nice and straight up and down this side. So good luck with that, and hope it was helpful.